Charlie Parsons, Fight Hub TV. Delighted to be joined here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. And we finally got the camera looking crisp for Mr. Frank Smith. Frank, how are we?
It's only right that it works for me, really, isn't it, mate?
Of course, it weren't amazing, Freddie, but we've got it perfect for you. Look, we're in Jeddah, Rage on the Red Sea. Anthony Joshua looks to dethrone Olexandr Usyk and become, once again, unified heavyweight champion of the world. We know how difficult this is for AJ. He has it all against him. He's a bookie's underdog. Look, an absolutely massive fight. I suppose, Team AJ, how do you expect this fight to play out?
I think Anthony Joshua will knock out Olexandr Usyk.
Eddie said, look...
That wasn't really a long enough answer for you, was it? You wanted a bit more meat on the bones, didn't you?
I did, really.
Well, look, I think it's very easy for everyone to say, AJ's got to do this is the way it's got to go, this is the way it's going to happen. I truly believe he'll go in there and he'll stop him. I think Olexandr Usyk, as everyone knows, a fantastic fighter, pound for pound. He's up there, top, 1, 2, 3 fighters in the world, arguably. You know, he's had 300 and something odd amateur fights. He's former undisputed cruiserweight champion, now unified heavyweight champion. You know, it's a tough fight. But AJ's been working towards this moment, not just for the last 3 months of training camp, but since that fight in September at Tottenham Hotspur. So, you know, he's been working on what needs to change and what needs to improve to get to this point. And I believe that he's implemented changes that are going to get him the win on Saturday night. Hopefully that's a better answer for you.
I was just about to say, so much better than the first answer you gave me. AJ in this fight links up with Robert Garcia at the end of what was a very long career with Rob McCracken. Obviously, you know, a lot was said about the corner work that night for Joshua. I've seen a quote that Michael Benson tweeted today saying that Joshua said, look, he didn't prepare hard enough in the last fight. He went in there and he thought he could box. Does that mean that we can take something of it, that Joshua's going into this fight looking for the knockout?
Look, I think that's one of his key strengths, is the knockout. So, you know, arguably it'd be great if he could go in there and knock him out. But again, it's much easier for us to say, go in there, do this, do that, you know, everyone watching at home. But they're not opposite Olexandr Usyk, who's obviously very good at negating things that other people are good at as well. So, you know, I'm sure there's a game plan they've worked on as a team. We've got a great team around him, as you say. You know, Robert Garcia in there now. You've got Angel, who's been there for a long time. You know, a great team of people around him. I think he would have learnt a lot. AJ's not the kind of person to make complaints or like excuses. But I think he would have learnt a lot in that first fight to take into the second fight, and I believe he can get the job done.
Obviously, in this fight, it's Olexandr Usyk's, I won't say last promotional fight, because I think the last promotional fight was a couple of fights ago. Then he did the one-fight deal for the Derek Chisora fight, then this one with a rematch clause included. Look, if AJ loses, or I suppose even if AJ wins, Olexandr Usyk becomes one of boxing's most lucrative free agents. Eddie said that it doesn't seem like you guys will be pursuing signing him after this fight, regardless of the outcome. Is that right?
No, I think win, lose or draw, Olexandr Usyk is still a big star in the sport, obviously. You know, what he's done in the sport already is quite amazing. You know, he won the WBSS, became undisputed cruiserweight champion, all the amateur fights he's had, unified heavyweight champion. There's still, you know, big opportunities for him out there, even following a loss. You know, that's something we'd have, I'm sure, as with everything, we'd always look at opportunities. We've got a great relationship with Alex Krasuk at K2, and, you know, Aegis as well on the team. So, you know, let's see what happens, but our focus is Anthony Joshua. You know, Anthony Joshua, as you say, we don't promote Olexandr Usyk. We've had the pleasure of promoting him for many fights. We're promoting this fight, and we're here, but we're solely focused on Anthony Joshua getting the win. You know, we've been with AJ since day one, so that's the main aim of this weekend. Take away the belts.
Of course, and then last week, obviously, you were absolutely delighted to get Chris Eubank Jr. against Conor Benn over the line. Obviously, I was unable to make the press conference, but clearly went down, and Eddie said to me, look, one that people in the 60s will be involved in the 40s, my age group, who sort of follow the fighters and know about the fathers a little bit. Difficult for you, really, obviously, for family ties, and then... So how has that been for Frank Smith in the making of this mega fight?
It's been an interesting few weeks. It's been a lot of work and effort that went into getting it over the line. You know, I worked for weeks and weeks with Callum and endless phone calls. You know, I spent more time on the phone to him than I spent with my missus. I said some things to get that we, you know, as with anything, you know, ultimately I represent Conor Benn for Matchroom, but at the same time, am related and with the Eubank family. So, when it comes down to the fight itself, I can't do much. I mean, I'm not getting in the ring. That's for them two to do. My part is deliver a big event, deliver a big show, and that's what I'll do. Beyond that, leave that to those two.
Frank, thank you very much for your time. Hopefully catch up with you again throughout the week. And just finally, have you had your teeth done?
No.
Thank you.